We gotta change that picture.
Why?
I don't like that picture anymore.
You've changed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've grown more hair since then.
See what we can do.
I've been using some products, Andrea.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone.
Carly Simons with the breakout. You're so made.
We have a tasty recipe for you today.
Oh my goodness, this is out of control, right,
case you
Bert?
didn't know
It is. The lost of talent, I guess you haven't noticed, is here. And he's making us some red pepper soup. What's happening, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you,
And
too.
guess who's here?
I
Andrea's
know, who
here.
are you again? Who are you? You missed me, didn't you?
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're back.
And you decided to bring a special recipe for me on this day back,
Yes.
my first day back.
This
red
is kind of
peppers.
perfect, you know, with the weather today, a little chilly.
That's what I
Man.
said too earlier.
Here in the valley anyway. So red bell pepper soup is the focus today. That's what I'm making today because it's in season. You go to the farmer's market now, you go to your backyard, wherever. And if you don't have your own vegetables in your backyard, go to the farmer's market, wherever they are. They're exploding right now. The bounty is out of control. So everything that we're using today to make this delicious soup comes from the farmer's market.
Nice.
The focus is the red bell peppers. I love them because they're sweet
do I.
and they're colorful, and now they're coming. They're at the market. They're delicious. We have onion, farmer's market, celery, farmer's market, carrot, farmer's market, garlic, farmer's market. So all these vegetables are at the farmer's market. Go see that handsome guy, Jim Driscoll, at the dike, okay?
Okay.
If you live in Fargo.
Yes.
Everything is there to make this delicious, nutritious, and punch power soup. How does that sound?
It sounds perfect.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Heat.
Okay. Thank you for doing that. Me and heat don't get along.
Okay. Couple
Okay.
tablespoons of butter,
Okay.
unsalted butter.
Okay.
So what we want to do when we're making the soup and sauces, we want to start off with our flavor builders, okay? And what do we have? Some onion. So we have
Yeah.
one onion,
Okay.
a yellow onion, white onion. Okay, we just chop that rough cut. It doesn't have to be perfectly cut. Celery.
Yep.
We have a stalk of celery because we're going to puree the soup today. Okay, we're going to use that wonderful gadget, the immersion blender. Okay, carrot, one
Okay.
carrot. And then of course a little bit of garlic.
Gotta
couple
love
of
the-
cloves,
Gotta love it.
peeled garlic, just
Okay.
rough cut.
Okay.
So we're going to saute that for a while. We want the flavors to come out. We want the vegetables to soften up a little bit, all right?
Yes.
And when you have onion, celery, and carrot together, in the language of the culinary world in French, it's called a mirepoix. Mirepoix. And sometimes you see that in recipes. Make the classic mirepoix. That's what it is. In Italian, it's called sofrito.
Sofrito.
So which one sounds better, mirepoix or sofrito?
Sofrito.
Obviously.
Just saying.
Obviously, sofrito.
All right, so we
Okay.
start off with that.
Okay.
Next, we're going to introduce the red bell peppers, okay, the star of the show. And the recipe calls for 6. You can never have enough. The more you have, the better it's going to taste, okay? As long as it fits in your sauce pot. So while Andrea's sauteing the vegetables perfectly,
Oh, yes, you know it.
she's on spot today, right? We're going to
First
show
day
you
back.
how to cut the red bell pepper today. Chris Berg, are you ready?
I'm ready, my friend.
So,
Okay.
with knife, all you want to do is cut this end off, all right?
Yep.
Cut that end off.
Well, why did I get stuck with this little thing?
Maestro.
That's the gin.
Thank you.
Ginsu knife,
The
isn't
big
it?
guy wants the big knife.
Okay.
All right, and then we cut the other end off, okay?
Oh.
And then we're just going to cut down in half.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
cut
what
it
did
down
you
in
say?
half, okay?
Okay.
And then we just open it up. And see how easy it is now? And then we can also, once we just lay them flat on the cutting board, to remove the seeds, we just take our knife and just drag it, and we take these off. See how easy that is?
Nice.
Just
Well
nice
done.
and easy. Yeah. So we don't want any seeds or any of that white membrane in the soup, although we're going to strain the soup. But if we can prevent from them going into there. And then the end part,
Yeah.
just use your hands and just break it off. We want
Yeah.
that to go in the soup.
Right.
This is good, okay?
I like to save that too. There's a lot
Okay.
of extra there.
The more red bell pepper in the soup, the better. So, this is what we don't want.
Okay.
That comes off, and then this. And then we just rough cut. Just rough cut, Chris, because it's going to be cooked down in the soup, and then we're going to puree it as well. All right? See how easy that is?
Very.
Very easy.
My recipes are easy.
And if you're like me, and your red pepper plants died this year, then you should head to the farmer's market. I'm just saying. It's
We
much
should all
easier.
go visit her garden, huh?
Exactly.
No, we shouldn't.
All right. Now we're going to add the red bell peppers.
Okay.
Okay, right in there. Look at that, beautiful. See how easy this
Nice.
is?
Yeah.
And then we're going to add a quart of chicken stock
Okay.
right in. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You can use vegetable stock if you like, if you don't want to use chicken stock. I like to use chicken stock because it has a little more punch to it. All right? just make sure when you use vegetable stock, you season your soup well. Okay?
Okay.
So we want to cook this for about 40, 45 minutes. We want all the vegetables to soften up. We want the red bell pepper to soften up and get all that redness and goodness into the liquid. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And then what we add is a little sambal, and sambal is a red pepper paste. It's you know, it's going to give that punch, a little bit of heat on the back end, which I like, but it's not going to dominate the flavor. So don't add too much.
Okay.
But some people like their food a little spicy. All right.
Oh, like Chris over here.
Yes. A little spice, a little
Yeah.
Here,
kick.
Chris. Chris taught me a lot of things while you were gone.
Oh, did he? I'd really like to know what you taught
So
him.
a tablespoon of roux. We're going to add that in there too.
Okay.
And what is roux? Roux is a thickening agent, and it's flour and butter combined together. So you cook it together, then you refrigerate it, and you add a little bit to thicken soups and sauces.
Okay.
And because it has butter and flour, it makes it taste good.
Right.
A little bit of butter. Is that okay, Andrea?
Yeah, it's perfect. And you can use, like you told me once, cornstarch
Cornstarch.
if you want to get away from the flour.
And if you don't want to use flour, you don't even have to use the roux. Okay, you could have it a little bit thinner, the soup. Okay, I like to thicken it up a little bit, but you don't even have to put the roux in. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's been cooked. Look at that. Doesn't it look beautiful?
Nice.
Okay,
You can eat it like that.
you can eat it like that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to blend the soup using my favorite gadget, which is the immersion blender.
Not quite as big as the last one you had in here.
No, you've been on vacation, so I didn't want to bug you. Because apparently she wasn't taking any calls.
That's right, I
I
know.
tried many times. So this blender here, this KitchenAid one, this is really cool because this has you can remove the blade, and this can go right in the dishwasher.
Nice.
Easy
Oh, yeah.
cleanable. Don't you like that?
Yes.
And it has different speeds on the top as well. So make sure the blades are underneath the liquid.
Yeah, I know. Do it. How far back?
Stand back and just look at it. Look how easy this is.
That is pretty easy.
You don't have to transfer any hot liquid to a food processor or liquid
What if you don't
blender.
have one of these nifty
what if-
gadgets?
yeah.
Food processor,
Okay.
liquid blender, or like Andrea said, you don't even have to puree it. You can just eat it like that. But I like to puree it because then we really intensify the flavor of the red
Oh
bell
yeah,
pepper.
looks
See how easy
phenomenal.
that is? If you don't have one of these gadgets, perfect Christmas gift.
Hey,
coming, right?
I could actually use that food processor that I bought.
That's right.
I haven't used yet.
Has that come out of the box yet?
Yeah, our nanny used it once. So she knows how and I don't.
Okay, the last step now to finish off this delicious red bell pepper soup is we want to strain it because there might be some seeds, the skin of the red bell peppers, all right? So we just, through a strainer like this, okay? This is so easy, and then you just roll
Looks
the back of
delicious.
the ladle. You see that?
Yep.
And then all the seeds and the skin stay in the strainer. You see that?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all you have to do. So how easy is that? And then Chris over here has some croutons that I made.
Okay, what am I
Fresh
doing here?
croutons. I just show them the croutons. And we're gonna plate this up. I don't have an oven to make the croutons on the set here. But you know, some couple days old bread, little olive oil, salt and pepper and garlic powder. And you just put them in the oven and you get those crunchy and delicious croutons, homemade.
You want these on the bottom?
Not yet.
That's what I was. So quickly, your Tuesday special. What do you have going on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tuesday special at Sorello's, $15. We're making homemade Italian brujol, which is rolled beef tenderloin, provolone cheese, prosciutto ham, and asparagus spears rolled up and cooked in a tomato sauce. So it's braised, which means when you bite into it, it's just going to melt in your mouth. Delicious.
Delicious.
Yum, that sounds great.
Chris Berg, you
Sounds
want to
really
plate
great.
this up?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Look at that.
You.
Doesn't that look beautiful,
It
Andrea?
looks
It
great.
looks
In fact, it looks like
fantastic.
something I might make this weekend when I go camping.
You're going camping?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Did you say you're going camping?
I know it's not quite my style, but this soup would be a hit.
Yeah.
I know.
Birkenstocks are coming
Yeah,
out.
I'll bring pictures back. It's sure to be
I want to see those
entertaining.
pictures.
It's gonna be good.
So we're going to plate this up.
This would be a
okay?
hit.
And then a few croutons I think is really nice garnish for
Yeah.
the soup. It's going to add some texture. All right.
Little parsley.
Little parsley.
Little cream.
Little cream. I forgot to add the cream.
Oh.
There you go.
No, no.
Right?
Can you come on my camping
All right.
trip too and do
I will
this?
be on the
Quarterback's
camping
What
over
you
trip.
here.
just did?
Stay with us. We're going to show you how to save some money with some apps. We'll be right back.